is all the hair that runs inside of the labia lips. So when we go to apply the wax to remove on the front of the labia on step 3 and 4, that's removed, leaving us just the smallest amount of hair that's running inside here. So we don't need to worry about it being too painful. We just want to make sure that we open and stretch at the top of the labia. So here we're going to use our thumb and our finger to pull and stretch open. While we're doing this, we're obviously going to apply the wax down in the direction of the hair growth on either side. We do that one step at a time so it doesn't get stuck together, using your finger or your spatula to move whatever you need to in the middle away. If you need them to, get your client to stretch here from the bottom of their stomach up to pull the skin nice and tight while you have your hand like this and the wax is set. You can then get your handle by picking to get ready to pull up against the hair growth, and you will push your thumb or your hand into the bottom, almost like you're pushing the bum into the bed more to stretch that skin while they pull up here. And then you're going to do a handle and a quick pull against the hair growth parallel to the body on both step 8 and 9. And that should hopefully remove everything you need without anything pulling or tugging at the skin. Because it's so true. How do we get that landing strip really neat? Because hot wax, if you're not used to it, is quite hard to obviously control it sometimes. You want to make sure that you put so much pressure, pulling any little hairs that are growing in a diagonal. You want to make sure you're bringing them down. Pressure when you're using hot wax will make sure that that hot wax grips into them little hairs that you can't get hold of. You want it to shrink wrap around it. Your edge line here is what you want to make sure is nice and neat, because that's where you're going to be creating your landing strip. Right here on the pubic mound. That can be as wide, as thin, and as tall or as short as you want it to be. But just remember, wherever that line is, we're dragging them hairs down. Always tweeze if there's any that are left behind. And if you're getting any hairs that are being stubborn and not being, good and playing ball at being removed, then I always go back over. Honestly, that is the bliss of using hot wax. We can go over the same area more than once with confidence that we're not going to make that skin tender. So I always wax as if I am creating a Brazilian or a landing strip. Even if I'm about to do a Hollywood, I wax so that everything is symmetrical and is looking neat, in case at any point my client says that they've had enough and they don't want to do any more. So you can see I've got my wax here on step 1 and 2. I am just removing away my edges to make sure I've got my strips of hair either side removed, and then I would do step 3 and 4, and I'd do these individually, not at the same time like I've got over here. Now obviously this is going to be slightly different if you did it on somebody in real life, because you'll be able to be more accurate. You do your 3 and 4. Now I know that's a lot of hair to a lot of people, but I promise you it is just to remove the surface. The reason we're doing that is because we want all of this hair gone, all of this down here and here gone, so that we've got our section here to work on, which means we've got somewhere at 5 and 6 to start bringing it in slowly each time